The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Denver Nuggets as they go up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Hey, let's talk about a guy we'll be watching tonight. The Manimal, Kenneth Faried, just a madman on the floor and is perhaps one of the most active players in the league.
That's right, Ernie. He's from the Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. He plays with the heart of a lion in every aspect of the game. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Shout out to Brick City.
Brick City, wow, but closer is New York City to him. That's why he got that game, I think, Shaq.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
The Nuggets have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court. Welcome to the Pepsi Center in Denver. We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Phoenix will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Suns, Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt, and it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Now, here is Gallinari. Ford. Rebounded by Tucker.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Morris with the bucket. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
Here is Knight. Denver able to drain the three. Morris dishes to Bledsoe. Back to Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Morris has got his second bucket of the night. And here's Denver. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. The shot's good from Faried.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Knight following the basket by Kenneth Faried. Now here's Knight. Shot clock at 2. Morris with the bucket. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Moutier kicks to Faried. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Faried excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Now, here is Knight. Releases from 15. They get it again. And the dunk by Chandler.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Great open look there.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Bledsoe. Here's Knight. Chandler down low. Fareed on him. It's stolen by Foy. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Suns trail by 3. Bledsoe passes to Knight. Chandler with a screen for Knight. He kicks it to Tucker. Back to Knight. 5 on the clock. From 13. Again, the miss by Knight.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Foy with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Gallinari against Morris. And it's Gallinari missing.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Now here's Moutier. The pass to Gallinari. 1:37 left in the first quarter. And it's Gallinari again missing. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Substitution here for Denver. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Hickson comes in for Wilson Chandler. Will Barton, he's checked in for Randy Foy. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. .122 left in the first quarter of the game. And Hickson throws it down.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Here's Gallinari. Look at that.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And Phoenix has possession. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Lure can't hit.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now, here is Nelson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Hickson throws it down.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Here's Price. He dishes it to Warren. Here's Weems. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give him a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly, he talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players. You know, whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, you know, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this, of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, you know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room, because Chandler has got that covered.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Wilson Chandler out there with Hickson. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Nelson in at the one. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Knight. Len, a screen. A shot by Knight, no good.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
Here's Nelson. Pass to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Barton. They get it back. And he banks in the layup. Hickson's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, he learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. Several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He told Knight that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now Bledsoe. From 15 feet away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. The Nuggets leading by 6. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Suns have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by Wilson Chandler.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
And Fareed kicks to Foy. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Foy's got 5. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The feed to Tucker. Back to Bledsoe. There's the dish to Teletovic. There's a screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bledsoe. Here's Chandler. The shot is off. And the Nuggets going the other way. Moutier dishes to Foy. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. And then for Phoenix, Morris comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Knight. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Chandler is screen. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. And he makes good on the layup. Morris has got 8 points.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Now here's Moutier. Chandler kicks to Fareed. Good work defensively by Morris.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Now here's Chandler. He feeds it to Fareed.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
All right now, gentlemen. 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he can't get the first one. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And a change for the Suns. Lure's checked in. He's off on the second.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
Price with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. From past the arc. Gallinari with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 4. Well, last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
not a great place to be.
No,
let's face
no.
it. I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either. And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Price kicks it to Tucker. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a three-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And he sinks the second.
Guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
Now, here is Gallinari. Kicks to Hickson, shoots from 14, and that's good for 2. Hickson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Morris outside. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. And that's 13 points for Markieff Morris.
Ronnie Price delivering a nice dime.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At one point, they managed to push out ahead to an 8-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense. But we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Denver leading by 5. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. And it's Chandler in at the center position. And it's Gallinari missing.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
A nice shot by Tucker.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. And the basket good. A back shot that time. And the Nuggets lead by 4. Gallinari did get better and better over time, and he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And here's 4. 5 points in the game. Stolen by Tucker. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morris against Fareed, and they take the lead. 15 points for Markieff Morris. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
Of Nurkic. He's checked in for Fareed. Here's 4. He's got 5. Now here's Moutier. Chandler a screen. Clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Near the 3-point line, it's Foy, and he drops that one in. Foy's got 7. The Suns trailing. The Suns making a switch here. Suns checked in. Now here's Bledsoe. Defense is right there. Comes up empty down low.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now, here is Foy. He's got 7. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gallinari. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Tyson Chandler. The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Danilo Gallinari at the line for 2.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Both good from the line that time.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Now here's Bledsoe. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. Denver grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
That's good. Foy's got 9 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Left side, Knight. That's good. Knight's got his second bucket.
Great move to the hoop on that one there. He didn't let his height disadvantage dictate that matchup.
Here's Foy. He's got 9. Feeds it to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. Fires, high post. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
This is tonight for the tie. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard 1s and 2s, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Chandler. Will Barton comes in for Randy Foy. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Now, here is Gallinari. 6 points for him. And another miss by Denver. Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improve his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year. And that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was the shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically. But now, to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnover. You know, the Phoenix Suns played well overall last season, but they still couldn't match up against some of the teams in the West. Had a hard time with in-conference battles.
And for the Suns last season, Greg, they ended with a record of 21-31 against the Western Conference. It's something that you can point to, Greg, as a reason they failed to make the postseason.
Great point, Kevin. And the big problem for the Suns were the other Western playoff teams. Only went 8-22 against the top 8 in the West.
Kenneth Faried's checked in for Denver. And the Suns making a change here as well. Jelitovich is checked in. Knight hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Knight against Nelson. Hickson a screen on Knight. Nelson, the pass to Hickson. It's deflected. He kicks to Barton. Back to Hickson. Will it go? That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Knight against Nelson. Now, here is Knight. Tight defense on him. Nuggets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to Gallinari. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 3-point Denver lead.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Lure dishes to Warren. Gets an open look and hits.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Foyle is out there with Moutier, and it's Hickson in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
Here's Foyle. Following the basket by Markieff Morris. Chandler, no good. The Suns leading. Up top, Bledsoe. He's guarded by Chandler. Looking to get back on track here. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe. Morris outside. 5 to shoot. Misses off the right iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Screen by Fareed. Moutier with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Pass to Chandler. Now Foyle. Chandler with the block. Bledsoe with it. Chandler is screen. Passes it to Weems. Fires for 3. The shot no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Moutier kicks to Hickson. Fareed down low. Covered by Morris. Bledsoe outside. Morris a screen. And Bledsoe, here we go. No good off the pick. Nuggets trail. Here's Chandler. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here. See if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Bledsoe. Morris, left side. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Over in the corner, Foy. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Nuggets lead by 3. Suns have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Morris kicks to Price. Morris a screen. And here's Price. And the Suns miss again. The Nuggets leading by 3. Foy with it. Now Chandler defending. Here's Moutier. But they get it back. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Denver making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Alex Len's checked in for Phoenix. Brandon Knight comes in for Ronnie Price. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And there's the pass to Moutier. Four on the shot clock. There's the bucket. Good. 7 points for Wilson Chandler.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Up top, Knight. Covered by Foy. They need this one. Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Brandon Knight.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Your Nuggets answers.
Here's Moutier. The shot is off. Good D by Bledsoe.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. It was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. Might as well make those adjustments right away.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Bledsoe. Lang with the block. That's good. Knight passes to Morris. Back to Knight. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Nurkic just screen on Bledsoe. Here's Moutier. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Denver.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Bledsoe, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Now here's Moutier. Not a lot of room. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Outside for Bledsoe. Here's Len.
Count it!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Moutier.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
It's good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
34 seconds left in the fourth.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. After 1 Brandon Knight. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Fareed's checked in for Denver. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Now at the court, Joe Mario Nugget Sampson. Let him hear it.
.23 seconds left in the game. Chandler with the screen on Bledsoe. Moutier dishes to Chandler. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Randy Foye is on the wing. To the wing right side. And Gallinari kicks to Fareed. Back to Gallinari. No good. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Markieff Morris. He really came out of the gates with a nice rhythm, hitting his first 3 shots to get his team going.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.